Well, hello everyone and Happy New Year. I'm so happy to be here with you today on the first day of January 2021, and I am ready for a new year. I don't know about you, I'm sure you feel the same way. So I want to wish you all a Happy New Year. And with New Year's comes new things. Today I'm bringing you a new game, and it is a trivia game. And what I'm going to do is ask you 20 questions on New Year's or New Year's Eve and see if you can come up with the answers. Moving forward this year, I'd like to do this game and have everybody do it live so that you can give me the trivia answers as we go. But this is our first virtual game of trivia. So are you ready? We're going to get started, and Happy New Year to everyone. Very Happy New Year. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get started. We're going to do our first question of the day. Do a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. How large is the Times Square's ball on New Year's Eve in diameter? How large is the Times Square New Year's Eve ball in diameter? All right, let's see if you can come up with the answer. It's either red, 3 feet, yellow, 13 feet, blue, 5 feet, or green, 12 feet. Let's see if you can come up with the answer. This is being taped, so I'm going to have you come up with your answer this time. Next time, we're going to do this live. Again, red, 3 feet, yellow, 13 feet, blue, 5 feet, and green, 12 feet. And the answer is 12 feet. It is 12 feet. All right, let's go to question number 2. Here we go. How much did the first Times Square ball weigh? Think about the weight of the Times Square ball on New Year's Eve. Okay, so it could either be red, 699 pounds, yellow, 1 pound, blue, 500 pounds, or green, 700 pounds. Let's see if you can guess that one. The first Times Square ball, how much did it weigh? I'll give you a few minutes, a few seconds to guess this trivia question, and then I'll give you the answer. Yes, it is 700 pounds. Green, 700 pounds. If you guessed that, you guessed the right answer. All right, here we go. What was the most popular 2020 New Year's resolution? The most popular 2020 New Year's resolution. You have to remember, we didn't have the coronavirus till after the resolutions in 2020. So it was either red, to eat more, yellow, to kiss under the mistletoe, blue, to exercise more, or green, to go to the beach more. I like going to the beach more. All right, again, it's to eat more, to kiss under the mistletoe, to exercise more, or to go to the beach more. That is for 2020 resolutions. All right, let's see if you can get that answer. Yes, it is to exercise more. Everybody made a resolution in 2020 to exercise more. All right, here we go. Who is credited with writing the poem Auld Lang Syne? Should old acquaintance be forgot? Is it red, Elvis Presley, yellow, Robert Burns, blue, Michael Bublé, or green, Kenny Chesney? All right, let's see if you can guess that. That is for the poem Auld Lang Syne. Elvis Presley, Robert Burns, Michael Bublé, or Kenny Chesney? Let's see if you can guess that. Yes, you've got it. It is Robert Burns. Robert Burns wrote Auld Lang Syne. All right, here we go with question number 5. In Scottish traditions, who do you kiss at midnight on New Year's Eve? This is Scottish traditions. Is it red, your parents? Yellow, everyone in your car? Blue, everyone in the house, or green, everyone in the room? Scottish tradition, New Year's Eve. Red, your parents. Yellow, everyone in the car. Blue, everyone in your house. Or green, everyone in the room. Let's see if you can guess that one. Yes, it's everyone in the room. It's a Scottish tradition to kiss everyone in the room on New Year's Eve. All right, here we go. Number 6, what newspaper sponsored the first ever Times Square New Year's Eve party? What newspaper? Was it red, Newsday, yellow, the Tribune, blue, the New York Times, or green, the Long Island Catholic? Again, red, Newsday, yellow, the Tribune, blue, the New York Times, or green, the Long Island Catholic? Let's see if you can guess that one. New Year's Eve party. Who would be the party animal? Yes, it's a New York Times. You've got it. If you guessed New York Times, you had the right answer. Okay, number 7. How much confetti is dropped in Times Square on New Year's Eve? How much confetti? Think about that. There is a lot of confetti out there on New Year's Eve. Is it red, 1 ton? Yellow, 100 pounds? Blue, 500 tons, or green, a truck full? Again, red, a ton, yellow, 100 pounds, blue, 500 tons, or green, a truck full? Let's see how much confetti is dropped in Times Square on New Year's Eve. 1 ton. If you guessed 1 ton, you got the right answer. Red, 1 ton. All right, question number 8. People in New York celebrate New Year's where? People in New York. In their office, red. At home with their family, yellow. In Times Square, blue, and green at a club. Again, red, the office. Yellow, at home with their family. Blue in Times Square, and green at a club. Let's see where they celebrate New Year's in New York. I'll give you a couple of seconds to come up with the answer. Yes, you've got it. It's in Times Square. People in New York celebrate New Year's in Times Square. Great job. All right, here we go with question number 9. Promises to change on New Year's Eve. What are they called? Promises to change on New Year's Eve. Are they red, wishes, yellow, resolutions, blue, promises, or green, dreams? Again, red, wishes, yellow, resolutions, blue, promises, or green, dreams. Let's see if we can come up with the answer. Promises to change on New Year's Eve. Yes, it is resolutions. You make a New Year's resolution on New Year's Eve. You've got it. All right, number 10. Floats and marching bands are in this Rose Bowl what? It's either red, football game, yellow, flowers, blue, parade, or green, party. Again, floats and marching bands on the Rose Bowl, red, football game, yellow, flowers, blue, parade, and green, party. I love parades. They're so much fun. Yes, it's a parade. I gave you the answer. All right, we are going with number 11. Who was the first broadcast host of Times Square celebrations? Who was that very first broadcast host of Times Square celebrations? Was it red, Elvis Presley, yellow, Bing Crosby, blue, Dean Martin, or green, Guy Lombardo? Let's see if you can guess that one. Again, red Elvis Presley, yellow Bing Crosby, blue Dean Martin, and green Guy Lombardo. I'll give you a couple seconds to guess that one. Yes, you've got it. It's Guy Lombardo was the first broadcast host on New Year's Eve. All right, here's one of my favorite questions. Number 12, how many glasses of bubbly are consumed on New Year's Eve for the parties? Is it red 100, yellow 2,000, blue 360 million, or green 1 billion? Again, is it red 100, yellow 2,000, blue 360 million, or green 1 billion? That's bubbly on New Year's Eve. Yes, it is 360 million bubbly glasses. All right, number 13. What do people in southern United States eat for New Year's Eve? What do people in the southern United States eat for New Year's Eve? Is it red grapes, yellow eggs, blue nuts, or green black-eyed peas? Again, this is in the southern United States. Grapes, eggs, nuts, or black-eyed peas. Yes, you've got it. It's black-eyed peas. People in the southern United States eat black-eyed peas for good luck. When was the first time ball dropped on record? When was that first ball dropped on record? Was it red 1960? Yellow 2000 BC? Blue 1901? Or green 1833? Again, when was the first time ball dropped on record? Is it red 1960, yellow 2000 BC, blue 1901, or green 1833? Yes, it is green 1833. If you guessed that, you've got it right. All right, we're on number 15. How many versions of the New Year's Eve Bowl have there been to date? How many versions of the New Year's Eve Bowl have there been to date? Red 2, yellow 7, blue 5, or green 20? How many versions of the New Year's Eve Bowl has there been to date? Again, 2, 7, 5, or 20? I'll give you a couple of seconds to guess that one. You have to think about that. Yes, the answer is 7, lucky 7, and it is my lucky number. So lucky 7, 7 balls so far for New Year's Eve. All right, here we go with question 16. When was the first Tournament of Roses parade? When was that first parade? Was it either red 1890, yellow 1980, blue 1700, or green 1979? Again, red 1890, yellow 1980, blue 1700, or green 1979? You've got it. It's 1890 was that first Tournament of Roses parade. Can you believe that? All right, here we go. Number 17. The Dutch believed that eating this New Year's Eve will bring you good luck. I know we have the B in there. It was a typo. The Dutch believe that eating this on New Year's Eve will bring you good luck. Is it red ice cream, which I love, so I would take that one? Yellow fruit? Blue donuts? and green vegetables. Again, the Dutch believe that eating this on New Year's Eve will bring you good luck. Is it ice cream, fruit, donuts, or vegetables? You've got it, it's donuts. I'll take that. Donuts brings you good luck, they believe. All right, here we go with the true or false. January gets its name from the Roman god Janus, the guard of doors and gates. Is that true or false? That's an easy one. It's either one or the other. Again, January gets its name from the Roman god Janus, the guard of doors and gates. Is that true or false? I'll give you a couple seconds to figure that one out. And we are in January, so isn't that pretty to look at? I like the snow in January. Let's see if you can come up with that answer. Yes, you've got it. It is true. If you guessed true, you got the right answer. That is a true statement. All right, here we go with another true or false. The Waterford New Year's Eve Ball first debuted in 1999. Is that true or false? The Waterford New Year's Eve Ball, isn't it beautiful? First debuted in 1999. True or false? I know they had a few different balls for New Year's Eve, but this was the Waterford one. When did it debut? Was it 1999? True or false? Yes, it's a true statement. If you guessed true, you've got it right. All right, last one, number 20. Here we go. True or false? New Year's Eve 2020, that's this year, 2020, will be open to the public this year. So we're on the next day, but New Year's Eve, was it open to the public in 2020? True or false? New Year's Eve 2020 will be open to the public this year, which we're actually in 2021. So you have to think back a day. Was it open to the public? True or false? It is false. New Year's Eve 2020 was not open to the public this year. Great job, everyone. I want to thank you all very, very much for joining me for this New Year. Thank you, everybody, very much for joining me for this New Year's fun, New Year's game of trivia. I really hope that you will be back with me for more trivia this year. I'm planning on doing it live a few times to see if we can get some great answers out of everybody, and we can actually do a lot more questions throughout the year. My name is Carol, and I'm so happy to do this New Year's trivia, and I want to wish you all a very Happy New Year! Happy New Year, and thank you for joining me today, and enjoy your day, and enjoy this year. Thank you.
Ten, 9, 8, celebrate! New Year's Day is the only holiday that the whole world observes, regardless of race or religion. The custom of sending cards for the occasion is credited to the Chinese, who have sent New Year's cards for over 1,000 years. This is a time for getting together and feasting with family and friends. Hosts shop and bake and cook and clean for days ahead of time. Certain foods are believed to bring good luck to those who eat them on the first day of the year. These range from black-eyed peas to long noodles, to pork, to red foods, to sweet foods for a sweet new year. Dressing up to go dancing is a popular activity on New Year's Eve. This is one of the busiest nights of the year for restaurants and hotels and clubs. Perhaps it's the increase of late-night celebrations that has cut down on the custom of early morning visits to friends on New Year's Day. You don't have to dress up or leave home to enjoy a festive celebration with Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire at Holiday Inn. Just settle down with this 1942 movie and enjoy New Year's Eve on any night of the year. In between a big party and staying home alone is the option of a small gathering of friends. For a table of bridge, the perfect number of partiers is 4. Card players can count up their points as they count down to midnight. 7, 6, 5, look alive! Staying up till midnight is a rite of passage, with kids fighting sleep harder and harder as the evening wears on and on. The Chinese believe that the longer a child stays up on New Year's Eve, the longer his or her parents will live. How would those kids like some coffee? Those who saw this Saturday Evening Post cover for 1949 were reminded that not everyone parties on New Year's Eve. But even those on duty can count down the final moments. 4, 3, watch TV. Every year from 1956 through 1976, CBS broadcast Guy Lombardo's show on New Year's Eve. The ball dropped in Times Square while the Royal Canadians played Old Lang Syne at the Waldorf Astoria. People tuned in coast to coast. 2, 1, old year's done, new one begun. Fireworks and firecrackers frighten off demons and drive away the old year. Bells and sirens and whistles and horns announce the hope and the promise of the new one. By dawn's early light, dancers and merrymakers return from their night on the town. Some wake up slightly the worse for wear. Hospitals celebrate the birth of the first baby born there each year. Cards and cartoons often portray the year gone by as an old man, and the new year as a baby, complete with a bright future. The first day of the year is a great time to make a new start. Many resolve to make changes, big or small. Surely next year will be better, healthier, more fun, more successful, or more satisfying than the one just ended. The new year marches in with tradition across the country, from the Mummers Parade in Philadelphia to the Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena. The Rose Parade began in 1886. 30 years later, a college football game was added. Now there are 35 bowl games played at the end of the season, but the Rose Bowl is called the granddaddy of them all. Not a football fan? Still want to do something special the first day of the new year? Go fly a kite. Join the annual Protest the Bowls kite fly in Seattle. Or take the plunge into an icy lake or river for a polar bear swim. This is usually done for charity. According to one swimmer, the rest of the year is easy after this. The last day of Kwanzaa is the first day of January. It often ends with a dinner with relatives or close friends. Over dessert, people talk about how to keep the spirit of Kwanzaa alive throughout the next year. For the Chinese New Year in February, children receive gifts of money in red envelopes with wishes for a prosperous new year. Only paper money, though. Change is considered to be bad luck. Chinese New Year celebrations last for 2 weeks. They end with a parade featuring the arrival of the Golden Dragon, bobbing and weaving and bringing good luck. New Year's traditions are passed down from one generation to the next. However and whenever it is marked or celebrated, the New Year is always a fresh beginning. It invites us to take a path less traveled, or to take one that's never been traveled at all.